The Fintech Association of Nigeria held its second annual general meeting at the Nigeria Stock Exchange House in Lagos. Chaired by the President of the Governing Council, Dr. Segun Aina, it was an opportunity to engage members and stakeholders on its 2018 activities and also outline plans and strategies for 2019.
Fintech Association of Nigeria, in the year ended 31st December, recorded tremendous landmark achievements. It was a year packed full with very vibrant and engaging activities and lived up to its ranking as the most vibrant and leading national fintech association in Africa. The Nigeria fintech ecosystem witnessed a number of significant developments for which your association and its members played significant roles. We pursued vigorously our three core objectives of connect, advocate, and accelerate. The key connect activities of the year were focused on knowledge enhancement and sharing through joint hosting of the National Fintech Conference in January 2018.
The major achievement of the association in 2018, like I've said, included facilitating the adoption of the roadmap, the adoption of fintech in the capital market space. We also participated in some of the legislative retreats. I must mention that there's rarely any CBN major drafting conference, particularly around laws relating to the fintech space, that we are not invited to as an organization. We were invited to the payment systems for the FSS 2020 retreat that was held in Kaduna around April last year, that dealt with a lot of the laws that are currently being considered by the National Assembly, or that will be presented to the National Assembly in terms of developing the fintech space. We were also invited by the Ministry of Justice through the CBN FSS 2020 to also participate in the drafting of a new data protection law, also for the country, based on the impacts on members of the association.
So the three key initiatives that we landed on to promote the growth over the next few years are establishing a functional secretariat. Because prior to now, besides the Governing Council and Sheon, who has been very, very useful as the Executive Secretary in enabling things, there really hasn't been a structure, to run the association operationally. So the Secretariat is important. Expanding the funding base, because the things that we want to do to help grow the industry clearly require some support financially. And then growing the membership exponentially. As has been said, we want to be able to take the membership beyond just institutional. So the page we are viewing now essentially talks about creation from a membership perspective of new categories that will now include individuals, professionals, and even student and academic membership. So the idea is, from this association, we will help not just enable the present, but shape the future, of fintech by starting to activate even our students to start focusing on these types of activities and platforms, so that when they do come out of their academic pursuits, they have clear direction and purpose to help grow the industry.
The summary of activities which you make concern both members and non-members will be the following. One, as regards what we do with Connect, we basically, and I hope we'll have the chance to present around membership, changing how membership is structured from institutional to individuals, and to also make it all-encompassing for different people within the ecosystem. Also, one of the Connect's goals is to focus on developmental issues. How is the whole fintech ecosystem evolving in Nigeria? And beyond that, it's also partnerships and how it can work for every member as well. The other level is on how we accelerate the rate of growth. As an association, we believe that we cannot regulate innovation, but we must engage with those who are mandated to provide the structure under which we work, and we'll be doing a lot of activities around that. Some of which have been explained to you, activities around financial inclusion, activities around fintech roadmaps, both from the capital market and every other insurance, health, and within the whole ecosystem. And also thematic groups around the whole national economic conversation. For example, what is the Nigerian national policy on the use of technology and so on. The last one will be on advocate. Here we intend to really focus on, and Wale was talking about, or setting up a secretariat. is that we intend to take the issue of research very seriously, and so that we can therefore put some data in a format where members can access it and we can work off from common information. Also, we intend to be involved in mapping the whole fintech ecosystem, which will be interesting to be able to see where everyone is and what is happening, and in order for us to be able to leverage on that and help those who want to scale the market into maybe the capital markets and what will be. The last will be on issues and advocacy.
Mr. Tunde Abimbola of the External Auditors, Rudel and Partners gave the Fintech Nigeria Association a clean bill of health for its 2018 financials.
All right. We have audited the accompanying financial statement of Fintech Association of Nigeria, the association, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2018, the statement of income and expenditure, statement of cash flows, statement of changes in net asset for the year then ended, the statement of significant accounting policies, and the notes to the financial statement. Our opinion is based on the fact that we conducted our audit in accordance with international standard of auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further detailed in our responsibility for the audit of the financial statement section of our report. We are independent of Fintech Association of Nigeria in accordance with International Ethics Standard Board of Accountants Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants. And we fulfill our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with IESBA Code and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigerian Professional Code of Conduct and Guide for members. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of Fintech Association of Nigeria as at 31st December 2018, and of the association financial performance and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards and a requirement of companies and allied matter act and the financial reporting out of Nigeria. Thank you.
Dr. Segun Aina speaks further on the developments in the fintech industry in 2018 and the strategies for 2019 and beyond.
We are happy that the association that started in 2017 is now 2 years old, and today we're having the second annual general meeting, which is really very well attended by our members and also by the guests that we have invited. And we are quite appreciative of the fact that the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which is also a member of the association, is hosting us at the exchange. It says a lot about the regard and the recognition given to the association, given its short lifespan that it has existed. The 2018, as you listened in the report that was read, was very, very exciting, and there are a lot of activities that were conducted in line with our three core objectives of connect, advocate, and accelerate. We did a lot of advocacy with regulators, the Central Bank of Nigeria, the National Insurance Commission, the Security and Exchange Commission, and we recorded very great outcome, particularly in the capital market, where the Fintech Association of Nigeria recommended, and it was approved by the Security and Exchange Commission and the Capital Market Committee, that a fintech a roadmap should be drawn up for adoption of fintech in the capital market. That committee has been formed, and the vice president of this association, Mr. Adebajomo, is the chairman of that committee, and some of our members are also serving in that committee. We are quite excited, about that, and a lot of other initiatives that we are working in the capital market operators. With the central bank, for instance, the fact that the central bank is represented here by a very, very top official, shows the type of partnership and relationship that exists between the association and the Central Bank of Nigeria. They've always involved us in anything that has to do with fintech regulation, policy, and so on, and we provide our own input as necessary. And this is a continuous thing, and we continue to see how we can support the great work that the Central Bank of Nigeria is doing towards improving digital, towards encouraging innovation, and towards promoting fintech, in Nigeria. We're also involved in knowledge events. As you know, we did a series of knowledge events. Particularly in 2018, we had two very great knowledge events. We had the National Fintech Conference that we had in January. It was attended by a lot of people from more than 20 countries. And then we followed that up with by hosting the maiden edition of the African Fintech Festival, where we had a lot of people, fintech leaders from African countries and outside of African countries, coming from about 40 countries, assembling in Lagos and being here for a week-long African Fintech Festival event, during which time the African Fintech Network, which was an initiative from Nigeria, the African Fintech Network was created and inaugurated, in Nigeria. 2018 also, we were privileged to be invited to serve on the UK African Fintech Network by the UK government, which is an initiative set up by the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And of course, we do a lot of things also for our members, particularly the startups, the young ones, through the various ops that we work with, and some of them who are our members. We also provide a lot of support for them, a lot of guidance to the startups and the innovators, including students, because as you very well know, we have a number of universities that are members of this association: University of Ibadan, Federal University of Technology, Akure, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Lagos Business School, Babcock University, and a lot more, through whom we are able to impact on the growth and development of our young innovators in the various universities. They are given the exposure and the guidance and the mentoring that is necessary towards ensuring that they contribute to development, to technology development, in Nigeria.
From 13 founding members in 2017 to currently 77 members, the Fintech Nigeria Association has, through its three key mandates of accelerate, connect, and advocate, played key roles in driving the ecosystem in Nigeria and Africa, with establishment of the Africa Fintech Council, and engagement with regulators like the Securities and Exchange Commission of Nigeria, Central Bank of Nigeria, the National Insurance Commission, and even the National Assembly. The prospect of fintech driving the Nigerian economy is gaining more traction with a bright outlook beyond the year 2019.